Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. Long time no see. It's been, oh, there's my thumb. It's been a while. Welcome to my channel. I'm Paula, if you've forgotten or you didn't know. Because I have not made a video in an awfully long time. And my hair looks like shit like this. So I'm gonna... Just gonna pull it down and leave it like this. I look like a dang werewolf. Oh, well, at least Halloween's coming up, right? Where's my brush? There's my brush. Ow! I'm gonna look at the camera real quick. Or the actual footage of me so I can make my part all dandy. Is that a good part? Yeah, that's a good part. Hey, look, my hair's long. Oh my god. So, yeah, I should probably tell you why I haven't been making videos recently. I tried a couple times a little while ago, but YouTube would not actually publish the video. It would upload the video, but I couldn't find it on my page. But that's okay. Before that, I had to deal with removing my roommate from my house because he was a butthead and just doing things that I kept telling him not to do, and I had just had enough. That's all we're gonna say about that. Yeah. And then I was super stressed out, and then I got a boyfriend, which I still have, by the way. But, yeah. Hopefully I will be making more and more videos for you. I'm going to stop tapping my foot, because I obviously can't tap and hold the camera. Can't tap my foot and hold the camera properly. Ugh. I'm very tired today. I'm kind of low energy. Actually, I know how to fix that. One second. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, look at this. I finally got another tarantula. That's Pinky, the pink toe Metallica tarantula. She's got this beautiful blue pattern to her. I don't know if you saw her the other way, but hi, you see me too. But yeah, that's Pinky. She came to me in this little little mini cage. And there was so much gunk in this little cage. So much stuff that she could barely move around. She couldn't get on the ground to save her life. So when she finally could get on the ground, she refused to. I thought it was the funniest thing, but I felt really bad for her. I'm going to put you right there. You can still see me. So I broke my camera. Oops, I forgot to shake this. I broke my camera, so I'm using my phone. I don't know if I broke it as much as it just took a poop on me. But it's dead. That's all I know. Oops. There we go. Sorry, I was adjusting a setting. I touched the screen. Ew, and that's all I need. Just a little bit. Oh, why was that one so bitter? Oh, if you see me swipe my hand across the screen, it's because I'm getting notifications, finally, from YouTube. And obviously, they're gonna pop up again while I'm taking a video. Or, making a video. Sorry, since I haven't been sleeping very well, even more recently. What are you looking at? I forgot what I was saying. And there's nobody to help me. Nope, I lost it. It's gone. It'll probably come back eventually. And I'm not going to stop this video and rewatch it and then start another video. That just seems like that defeats the purpose. But I'm missing more of my tooth. But that's just because I'm a dumbass and was trying to pull something out from underneath a tank that I was not able to lift by myself or with another person. Maybe if I had like 4 other people, it's 250 pounds worth of tank. And it's got soil in it, and it's got animals. Gizmo! Get out of my kitchen! Now! Leave that gator alone! Yeah, you! You're gonna get bit! You dodo. Yeah, my cat's a dum-dum. The gator keeps figuring ways out of the little corral I've built him. He's testing me. He's always testing me. Jerk is. But every time he escapes, the cat always wants to mess with him. I'm thinking I'm just gonna let him get bit one of these days and see how he fucking feels about it. Oh, sorry about my swear. I'm trying not to swear today. At least not too awful much, because swears lead to bad moods. I've noticed. At least with me. But the F word is one of my favorite words. I don't know if I can do it. Favorite word. I'm a dork. I know. See, I'm alive now. You don't actually need a full. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. A full 5-hour energy. I just took a little mouthful of it. That's literally all you need. This is really, really, really not good for you. Especially if you have a heart murmur. One of the ways you can kind of tell if you have a heart murmur is if your heart flutters real bad and your chest hurts when it does it, when you drink an energy drink. If your heart flutters when you drink an energy drink, go to the doctor. Ask to get, I think it's called an EKG. I know the EEG is on your brain. Yeah, it's an EKG. I had to get them a ton growing up, so they just stick a bunch of wires to you and they read your heartbeat in rhythm. It sounds scary, but it really isn't. When I first had to do it, I remember I was so terrified because they came to me with this machine with all these wires connected to it, and I thought they were gonna like stick them in me or something. But I was just a wee one. I was like maybe 10ish. I don't remember, but I remember how old I was. But I remember the first time I had to have an EKG. I keep looking over to my right because, excuse me, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Just a hiccup. Deceiving hiccup. If I keep looking over to the right, I'm sorry, because I'm used to the camera being over to my right, not my left. But if I like glance over there, something moved, or I heard something like an animal noise. Oh, here. Oh, I don't think you know. I don't think I told you guys about this girl. So somebody gave me a call I want to say 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. And she had saw my post about my missing tortoise. My missing speed bump. And she was like, "Hey, are you the one that's missing the tortoise?" I was like, I found my tortoise, but I can help look for the other tortoise's owner. She's like, "That's awesome. I actually can't take care of her because she's going through college and all that jazz. And I guess she lives in a apartment that doesn't allow animals." Okay, girlie, I know. I'm being mean. I'm holding you captive right now. I will put you down in a moment after I explain this. She's on my lap. She's not having it. But I was expecting to see a tortoise that had been outside for a short while, that was still semi-healthy. She looked healthy in the pictures. I couldn't tell that one side of her beak was all the way down past her chin. Past her chin. She could barely open her mouth. She could only eat on one side. So every time she'd go for food, I'd kind of like help her and put the food in her mouth and make sure she was gobbly-gooping it up. But this is little Liz, or Lost in Space. I also call her Nessa. She's a Russian. She's much bigger than my my speed bump. But I'm thinking that both Speed Bump and her are girls. And I'm thinking that the other tortoise that I saw his pee-pee was not my tortoises. But Speed Bump likes to hump the other tortoises too. I was thinking he was either male or it was just dominant reasons. But he's actually rather small. He or she, Speed Bump, little speedster, he's much, much smaller than her. And she's got this little divot on her shell. I'm still actually looking for her owner, even though she's been in my care for almost a month now. It's actually going on a month. So hopefully making this video, it'll help get the word out a little bit more. But I have actually grown rather attached to that tortoise because she comes to me all the time when she's hungry. And I know it's because she's hungry. She'll go to her little food area. I have this little piece of wood that I put their food on. I keep looking over there. The camera's right there, Paula. Look over to your left. Dang it. But yeah. She'll go to her food pallet and then she'll come straight to me if there's nothing there. So that indicates to me that she's hungry, and I immediately get her food, and she'll follow me to where the food is kept. And then she'll follow me back to the to the food pallet, even though it's just a little piece of wood. I'm just gonna call it a food pallet because it's a cool word, food pallet. I like that. Sorry if my phone, or if my whoa, come on, hand, relax. I was shaking. Shake for your life. Raw. Oh, there's my finger again. But look, my hair has gotten so long and I still have that branch up there, even though, oh, yeah. One of the reasons why I kicked my roommate out, I do have to say this, because I'm bringing up the one of the reasons. You remember Mr. Munches, my feral dragon. Me and him were literally best buds. I was bonded to him, and I swear he was bonded to me. Like, he'd ask for food by tapping his nose on a tank if he was thirsty. He'd do, like, this weaving motion with his head on the glass. And if he just wanted out, he'd sit there and he'd scratch, and he'd scratch, and he'd scratch, and he'd scratch until I let him out. And then he was all cool and chill. Sometimes he'd have, like, these little bursts of energy where he'd run around my house. And I'd have to go chase him around because... 1, I didn't want the cats getting at him, and 2, I didn't want him getting at the cats. Because at the time when that happened, when this particular occasion happened, I still had Lila, Gizmo's little sister, or big sister, I don't know who was born first, but they were both from the same litter, and I couldn't afford to spay and neuter and vaccinate both of them, so I made the rather heartbreaking decision to give up one of the kittens. Since I was more bonded to Gizmo, I decided to keep Gizmo. But that's beside the point. But back to what I was originally about to say about Mr. Munches. Mr. Munches passed away. And I was told because it was inadequate climate control. And I keep my house at a standard 75 degrees all the time. $75 and up, I should say, more like it. Because there are some days where I'll let my house get up to 80 degrees before I'll turn on my air conditioning in the summer. But in the wintertime, I like to have it at a standard 72 to 75. It has to be in the 70s. And Mr. Munches refused to have a heat lamp in his cage for some reason. I don't know why he didn't like it. Maybe it was because it was too humid or it just got too hot for him or whatever. So that's why I'd have him on this branch behind me with the heat lamp up there. And I knew that he was getting a proper amount of heat. And I'd let him bask until he was done. And he'd climb down onto the back of the couch and just chill. But I was having a very hard time keeping my house at a proper 75 degrees because of a 4-foot hole that was put in my floor, letting all of the air from underneath the house come in. And God knows what else. Good thing I have a cat. And snake. I only have one snake now. Unfortunately, the 2 little baby ball pythons that I got never ate for me. And we'd regurgitate the food that they were assist fed. They would swallow it down and then they would regurgitate it a few hours later. Which was lame. But they eventually passed away on me too. But that was more recent. I did my best. Like they took food from me a couple times and didn't throw it back up. That's what regurgitate means for anybody that didn't know. But for some reason they just started not liking the food, I guess. I don't know. It was the same thing that I feed all my snakes the entire time I've had snakes. Every single snake got the same exact thing. But different sizes, obviously, depending on the size of the snake. And a window that was kept open from March to the time he was kicked out. And I can't run my old furnace. It was made in 87. Okay? 87. It's 2018 now, so do the math. It's really, really old. And this house was built in 87, so it's the standard furnace. It was never replaced, never done anything with. It was never even cleaned. I had it cleaned. I had there's this little fan that spins, that pushes all of the air. That fan was so corroded with dust and grime. That guy had to chisel it away for hours. And I sat there and I talked with him, so he had somebody to talk to. I gave him sodas when he was thirsty, or water when he was thirsty. He was there for hours, and it was dusty as heck. Okay? And after I kicked him out, I had to replace a part of my furnace because it was overworked. Because I had to keep my furnace at 80, or it would drop down to damn near 40 in the wintertime. All because of a window. A single window. And then it would be way too hot in my house in the summertime. And I would ask him to keep it closed. Not to close it, to keep it closed. Because I literally have like 10, 20 fans in my house. I don't think I ever offered him one of the fans. But I said, I think I did at the very beginning. I said, if you're too hot, just let me know and I'll give you a couple fans. That's exactly what I said. Maybe not exactly. Let me correct myself. That is probably what I said. Because I'm not going to let somebody sit in the back of the house and sweat to death or freeze to death. That's just not who I am. I'm not the kind of person that will sit by and let something suffer. Like, I care about animals more than I do people, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to stand up and defend someone if they're being abused or hurt or just harassed in any way. I don't stand for it. I won't even allow strangers to have that happen to them. And whether or not they're thankful that I did that or not, that's up to them. But, before my video decides to cut off on me, because instead of going to 30 minutes, it decides to cut off at 25 sometimes. So I'm going to end this part here. This is going to be part 1 of a 2-part video. I'm not done. I still need to be a random person, and I'm still looking at the right, not the left, and it's kind of ticking me off. But my name's Paula. This was part 1 of 2-part. Oh, that was bad. Sorry, that was bad. Don't do that. I do apologize. Of 2-part random video. As always, my name's Paula. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell notification, even though you might not get notified, unfortunately. Yes, YouTube is having problems. I'm not entirely sure why, but hopefully we'll be able to figure that out soon. Yeah. And as always, you have a beautiful and amazing, wonderful day. I'll see you in part 2. Bye now.